Hello and welcome back. I'm Nicole, a cottage witch, and today is another installment of One Deck Gone Wild, this time with the Gentle Tarot. And I picked this deck. The first question is, why did you pick this deck? I picked this deck because it's exactly the energy I need in my life, just constantly. And it speaks to my soul somehow in a way that I can't explain, but nothing else quite manages. Number 2, favorite set of minors. For example, all the 3s, 8s, whatever. I picked the 9s in this one. That all in, yeah. I can't see all of my camera lens, so there we go, or phone lens. Rather, anyway. I picked the 9s on this one because they have so much depth to them for such simple drawings. And I don't mean simplistic drawings, I mean like not busy, complex drawings, but they have a lot of depth. And the 9 of Wands in particular is slightly different than what I'm used to. I quite like that take as somebody who deals with nightmares fairly often. That's a fascinating one. Actually, so is that one. Anyway, I love them. They're beautiful, and yeah, so the 9s it is. Number 3, what card reminds you to relax when it comes up? So there are a few of them because I find this generally a very relaxing deck. There's the 4 of Thunder, which is the 4 of Swords, which is the usual just taking a break card. But then the 2 of Thunder is very introspective break. I find it very calming and centering, this card. The Flower of Stones, which is the Queen of Pentacles. The Grandmother Bear, just content to float down the river. I enjoy her. She's taking a well-earned break. And the 7 of Stones, which seems very meditative to me, to just sit on the earth and relax into the present moment because you can't control the future anyway. So those are the ones that remind me to relax. Number 4, your favorite representation of the color blue. There are 2 of them. And they are the 5 of Stones and the Star. Because they're gorgeous. I don't know, I don't really have anything else to say about that. And because purple is my favorite color, I had to pick my favorite purple as well, which is the adorable otter, which I think I have a sticker of. It's super cute. Anyway, that's my favorite purple in the deck. Number 5, your favorite representation of insert card here. So I like the Ace of Stones because it's sort of like the earth is a gift to us that we're not taking terribly good care of at the moment. And also the 2 of Stones, which is I just find it a very sweet representation of the 2 of Pentacles. It's very gentle, which is not surprising given the name of the deck. And bizarrely, the Tower, because it's not my favorite card, but this sort of sitting in meditation or contemplation at the top of the hill with the storm and the fire and the lightning and everything going on, really seems to me like at least one very excellent option for those tower moments. If I'm coughing a lot while I'm filming this, it's because it is firmly allergy season at the moment. I don't know when I'll post this yet, but right when I'm filming, definitely allergy season. Number 6, what card makes you feel nostalgic? The Seed of Thunder is one of them. I think it's a playfulness of youth thing. It's just very just joyful and nothing in particular, just jumping around. Unless he's a fox hunting. I have no idea about fox behavior. But it looks very playful to me. And then the Four of Cups is not very nostalgic exactly, but it's something vaguely related to that to me because of my experiences with depression and dissociation. This just reminds me of a lot of my life. Number 7. Which card shifts your perspective? And the Five of Thunder, sort of ending up with a bit of a mess here, but oh well. The Five of Thunder, because it's often about competition, but to me this is more about cooperation versus competition. Like, it doesn't always have to be a competition. It can be, and sometimes that's healthy, but sometimes it's not. And in that case, cooperation or asking for help might be the better option. And also the Seven of Wands, because there's a stability and a solidness in the woman there, and power. She's got some sort of internal power to her. All right, number 8. Favorite animal that's represented. And to me, I'm actually going to say humans, as in the case of the world here, because for me this deck isn't about being close to nature or connecting with nature. It's a reminder that we are nature. We're not part of it, we are it. We're along with all of these animals and plants. In this deck, we are also part of nature. We can try to separate ourselves from it, but it still is us. So that's my favorite animal, as it were. Number 9, which court card reminds you the most of heartbreak? Where did the Four of Cups go? That would be this one. For the same reasons, basically. Number 11. If you made this deck a meal, what would it be? So I have this cookbook, which I've only used once, tragically, so far, which is called Wow, Progressive Indigenous Cuisine by Shane M. Chartrand. And he is, so he's from the Enoch Cree Nation. And it's a beautiful cookbook, Indigenous cuisine. Like, look at this. I really need to try some of these recipes because why have I not yet? That's a good question. What have I bookmarked to try? Turkey tortellini with creamed wild rice. I mean, that sounds delicious. And brined and roasted quail with high bush cranberry compote and honeycomb. Not sure where I'd get 2 of those things, but also sounds delicious. Pasta with bison ragu. Amazing. What else have I got bookmarked here? Moose roast with boiled potatoes. Bison bone broth and bannock. Bannock is the one I've made, and it was very good. So I'm not sure which recipe specifically, but something definitely from this book. What is the deck's favorite book? And that was also very easy, and it is Braiding Sweetgrass by Robin Wall Kimmerer, which is got to be one of the most beautiful books I think I've ever read. That's exactly legible on camera because it's so textured. But she's a Potawatomi and a scientist and just a gorgeous writer. And it's also a very gentle book, combining scientific knowledge. Well, here's the subtitle: Indigenous Women. Yes, she's an Indigenous woman. Indigenous wisdom, scientific knowledge, and the teaching of plants, which is right up my alley on all 3 counts. Number 13. If you were to travel anywhere, where would you take this deck? Probably into the mountains, like Banff or something like that. Where does this deck want to go? Alaska. I think it's based on the scenery of Alaska, so. Number 15, something you would change about the deck. Not a thing. Honestly, even the cards that are not my favorite, wouldn't change them. It's perfect. Or as close as perfect as I've ever had in a deck. Number 16, which card would you hang in blank room of the house? Did I put the 9 of Cups? Oh yeah, that was from the beginning here somewhere. Maybe this one. That probably in the living room, I suppose. I don't know, it's beautiful. Number 21, what's the deck's biggest fear? Climate change, deforestation, etc. Probably, although generally I don't think it lives in a place of fear. Number 22, if the deck had its own collection, what would it collect? I would imagine rocks, sticks, feathers, anything natural. Or paintings maybe, something artistic. Number 29, most and least favorite card and why. So two of my favorite cards are these two, the Seat of Cups and the Flower of Stones, because they're gentle and relaxing and stunningly beautiful. I just love them. And also this little fox here in the Hermit. I love him. Where am I here? Oh, least favorite. There are a few that are least favorites because they're less scenic than the others, which are these sorts of cards. But I don't dislike them, so least favorite seems a bit dramatic. But they seem more like the outlier cards to me. Number 31, skipping down a little bit, I think. Which card in the deck do you feel most represents you right now? And I've got two. I've got the 8 of Stones because I've been working on a lot of creative things lately. Not for public consumption, just for me and my own, satisfaction. And the 10 of Wands, because I've been dealing with some health things, which is exhausting. So I empathize with that woman at the moment. Excuse me. Number 34. Which card in this deck makes you feel calm, seen, emotional, etc.? So I picked calm this time around. And there are a couple of them. There's the Flower of Cups. And I can't explain why that, I think it's crane, makes me feel calm. It just does. And the Empress, which doesn't usually make me feel calm, but there's a harmony with nature. That feeling when you step into the woods and your breathing just can slow down. That's what I get from that card. Number 35, what is the deck's favorite tarot deck? And I didn't pick a tarot deck for this one. I picked an oracle deck because what else was I gonna pick but the Song of the Grandmother's Oracle? Because it's just it's by the same author, so it just fits, and so beautiful. They speak to each other really well, and I don't use it as often as I should, probably. Whoops, so that's that, and for some reason I had these 3 cards pulled out, but I'm not sure for what. So there's that. That's beautiful. This is one of my favorite cards. It's just a merging with the natural world going on there. And the 10 of Pentacles. The 6 of them. These two always feel a bit wild and free, which is quite fun. and I just get a kick out of this one. I'm not usually an owls person, but that is too beautiful, and the colors are perfect, and I love that owl. The expression and everything, it's great. So anyway, that was my quick little one deck gone wild with the Gentle Tarot. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.